Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Anything But Asic. It's been a long time, and that because, as you can tell from the sound, I have been working on making the channel more efficient. It's the best of times and at the worst of times for anyone enjoying technology. Computer technology is getting better while trying to adapt to it is like drinking from a fire hose. There was a point in time where the people of the past thought, wouldn't it be great to have little robots doing all the mundane tasks for us so we humans could enjoy the little time we have on this planet? The humans would collect the spoils and the robots would do tasks. This seemed like a good arrangement for humans and is the reason I got into cryptocurrency mining. I saw it as a way to finally not have to work for a depreciating asset. Even more so, mining solves so many of my problems. But as the newcomers are learning, there are cycles to mining. Right now, the cryptocurrency space has Asic miners that can produce more hashes than what a whole warehouse produced just 6 years ago. Also, there is the centralization aspect of mining as more people are forced to drop out of the space due to a list of factors. Factors including power consumption, miners becoming obsolete, and political issues affecting power delivery and internet access, and hackers scamming cryptocurrency holders. The article I am going to get into titled Bitcoin hash rate plunges 11% or miners turning bearish sets up some shaky ground for what's coming down the pipe for cryptocurrency in general. I'll give my opinion at the end of this article. Starting the article, after setting a new all-time high earlier in the month, the Bitcoin hash rate has seen a crash. Here is what this could mean for the asset. The hash rate refers to an indicator that measures the total amount of computing power that miners have connected to the Bitcoin network for the purpose of mining. The metric's value is measured in terms of hashes per second, or the more practical exahashes per second. When the value of this indicator rises, it means the miners are adding more power to the blockchain. Such a trend suggests BTC mining is looking profitable to these chain validators. On the other hand, the metric going down can imply some of the cohort's members are coming under pressure, so they have decided to scale back on their facilities. Here is a chart from blockchain.com that shows the trend in the 7-day average of the Bitcoin hash rate over the past year, as displayed in the above graph. The 7-day average Bitcoin hash rate saw a rapid increase to a new all-time high of about 943.6 exahash per second on June 15th. Since this peak, however, the indicator has witnessed a sharp reversal. Today, the miners' computing power amount to 843.8 exahash per second, more than 11% down compared to the record. Considering the fast decline, it's possible that miners are feeling financial pressure, as that seemed to be the case according to an on-chain model. This group can currently be classified as extremely underpaid. The miners may also be feeling bearish about the cryptocurrency, considering all the geopolitical events that have occurred since the high in the hash rate, feeding into market uncertainty. Miners depend on growth in the asset's price to improve their margins, so their behavior is often linked to the trend in the coin itself. Sometimes, miners do expand or decommission operations anticipating future action, though these bets don't always pay off. From the chart, it's visible that this isn't the first time this year that the indicator has seen a quick top followed by a rapid decline. Since April, the metric has now displayed this pattern 4 times, with the peak setting a slightly bigger record in each instance. Considering this trend, it's possible that the latest drawdown may also just be similar, and the 7-day average hash rate would rebound before long. That said, in the scenario that the decline does elongate beyond the current point, which is already close to the low of the metric's recent range, then it could potentially signal that a real shift may be taking place among the miners. Generally, though, miners changing the hash rate doesn't impact the Bitcoin price, at least not directly. What a decline can signal, however, is distress among the group, which can force them into selling. So for what I think after hearing all of this, looking at the charts, this seems to be the natural progression of things. Mining at scale has quickly become a rich person's game. There are so many fees involved in mining that most average miners can't compete. With the advent of the 800 plus terahash miner, it will only take 2 of those miners to get all the answers the SHA-256 algorithm can offer. Mining for SHA-256 is at critical mass, and the Asic miners after this will only see minuscule gains and returns on Bitcoin. That's why there has been a large movement to Bitcoin Cash as others get edged out of Bitcoin mining. At this point, even GPUs are outrageously priced for the home miner. The crypto market is in a bear market, and I think it's going to be interesting to see what's around in another 3 years. I expect miners to move away from Asic miners and adapt a different form of mining. I will try to put out more videos now that I have this TTS functioning somewhat the way I want it to. I'll catch the audience in the next one as I get more articles off the back burner.